So yeah, I'm gonna just kind of tell you the format because in workshops, I like to know where we're going. So I'll just kind of give you a little layout and then we'll jump right into it. I'm gonna be reading 3 meditations from this book called 99 Visions by Jessica Snow. My friend got me this for my birthday and it is just so, it like pops open worlds in your brain. So I'm going to share that with you. I'll tell you the pages that I'm pulling from here so that if you're interested in this book, I really, really do recommend it for both meditation, spirituality, as well as writing. So we're going to start with a meditation, a grounding meditation for about 5 minutes. And if you have any thoughts from that meditation, you can just I basically just have my journal open. You can just kind of write them down really fast after we come out of that. But that's more of like a breathing meditation to just really get us rooted in where we are right now. And then after that, we're gonna do an exercise oriented on the past. So we'll get into the details of that as we get closer to that. Then we're gonna do an exercise on the future, another exercise on the present. And then after that, we will be returning back to our moment now. So anything that we've brought up, we will then return. And then we'll hopefully have some time for sharing. So I invite you to both open your journal in front of you, if you have the space for that. And while I read you these meditations, I really invite you to close your eyes if you can, if you feel comfortable with that. Another thing that I wanted to say is that yes, these exercises are taking the shape of time. They're thematically related to time. But if you in the workshop feel pulled to any temporality, any theme, I really want to invite you to follow that instead of the guide that I'm giving you, because this is only supposed to function as a springboard. So really just follow your intuition. Okay, here we go. So this is page 6 of 99 Visions. It's vision number 2, and it's called The Luxury of Arriving. Just close your eyes and be here with me. Let your eyes gently close and allow yourself the luxury of arriving completely wherever you are. Allow every breath you take to bring you into a deeper experience of the place you are in. Open your awareness to all that is occurring in your proximity. Deepen your experience of whatever environment you are in right now by giving all of your attention to whatever sounds or silence you can hear. See if you can hear the sounds of this place in a pure way, without needing to make up a big story or an explanation or preference about them. Let every noise bring you home to this exact moment you are in. Feel yourself as a still, central point of consciousness. All events just flowing around you. Feel the relief of releasing your grip on your everyday persona, your memories of the past, your fears and fantasies about the future, and just come home to this place and time as it is. Experiment with the idea that in each moment the world is created anew. It is only at old habits that lead us to recreate a new moment in the pattern of an old one. Experiment with the idea that nothing needs to be better or different in any way. Your only work is to breathe and hold the space where everything can be known. You are here, you are awake, you are alive. The present moment is only a moment of power. Let yourself arrive wholeheartedly wherever you are and appreciate everything just as it is. And while you're right here, I invite you to take a deep inhale through your nose. Hold it. Feel it. And right here, any tension that you're holding, release and surrender. Anything that is holding you back from being presently here with yourself, just let it go. Let it fade, let it wash away like a river on top of a slick stone. Just release it and be here with me. And whenever you're ready, I invite you to softly, gently open your eyes. If you feel compelled, your journal is in front of you. If you have anything you'd like to say to it, I invite you to. But if you don't feel compelled, just sit in this feeling. And I'm going to give you about 2 minutes, two to three. Actually, I'm going to give you 4 minutes to sit here. If you want to write, say anything about your experience, I invite you to. All right. I invite you back. Thank you for grounding with me in that moment. So now we are going to switch our attention to the past. I don't have a meditation for this exercise, but I will tell you the prompt, and I do invite you to tune in before you write. Any poem that I've written, I will say, I try my best to breathe in and out 3 times before I begin, unless I'm like, okay, this is on fire. Let's go. But I'm gonna just explain the prompt, and then I'm gonna give you 10 minutes. We're gonna have 10 minutes per prompt to write. And I really do invite you to try your best to keep going in that 10 minutes. Try your best to just write and write and write, and really don't put a filter up. I implore you to try your best to also use the 5 senses when you're writing this poem. So the prompt is begin a poem with the line, I remember, and use it continuously. So I was taught this in a workshop when I was in Scotland this past summer, and he invited us to begin every single line with I remember. And I did do that, and then I felt myself at the end kind of stray away from that format. So I'm not going to tell you begin everything with it. You don't even have to. You can title the poem I remember. You can even strip I remember altogether and just use the image, the sound, whatever you're seeing, but just use the baseline I remember as the spine of this poem. Really try to settle into whatever comes up and write it. All right? I'm going to invite you again to tune into this experience. Take a deep inhale, exhale, maybe 3 times. I'm going to mute myself so you have silence, and begin. All right, finish up the line that you're on with about 30 more seconds. Those of you who are finished, just tune back in. Remind yourself what the room looks like. We're here. We're together. All right. So now we are at the peak of our flow. So we're going to now go to the future. When I step into spaces of the future, I recognize the power that the future contains. It's a space of imagination. It's a space of creation. And so when you're writing the future specifically, it's kind of a weird experience because you know that you're using your past experiences, your past sensorial experiences to build a world. And I'm just saying this so that we recognize the beauty in that moment, the power of that. So with that power, I really want you to, with this next meditation, I really want you to settle into that feeling, settle into what it means to build your own world, see a reality that you've created, see a scenario, see a word, see a smell, all of that. It's beautiful. So just tune back in. And if you feel comfortable, I invite you to close your eyes. We're going to do another 10 minutes. Because this exercise is more imaginative, it can feel a little bit like the world that you're building is shifting. I want you to settle into that shift. If you feel like if you're being taken somewhere else, go there. You don't have to stay. Nothing is stagnant. This is a fluid experience. So close your eyes. This is Vision 97 called The Mailbox. In your mind's eye, see yourself walking out in nature. As you move through the environment, be alert to what type of nature you're traveling through and notice anything else you can, assuming it is all an opportunity for insight and metaphor. Now, see yourself approaching a mailbox set into the nature around you. What does it look like? What color is it? What flowers is it resting near? Are there flowers? What do they smell like? What can you hear? Open your mailbox and pull out a colored envelope. Notice the color. Open the envelope. Inside, find a card containing just one word. Trust the word that you see. This is a message for you. Read the word, accept the word, feel the word in every part of your body, from your toes to your knees, to your stomach, to your chest, to your crown. If you like this word, take it to your heart. If you don't, tell the energy of the word right now what you would prefer instead. Say thank you for this insight and integrate this information as best you can. Take these last few moments to cement the feeling in yourself that's there. If you need more clarification, you can close and reopen this mailbox, and potentially another colored envelope carrying another word with one word will appear. Integrate this knowledge and write this feeling. So based off whatever came up, I want you to take this feeling, this word, this meaning, this symbol, right? Because that is what language is. Language is a box that holds this material that we're feeling and that we're experiencing. I want you to take this word and I want you to put it down for 10 minutes. If you need to repeat the word as many times as possible, I want you to do that. If you need to write it 5, 10, 20 times, write that word. If you want to just instead take this a different direction, describe your mailbox, please do. Anywhere that you're taken in this moment, I want you to really allow yourself and surrender yourself to this feeling and this imagined world that you just created. I'm starting the timer now. You have 10 minutes. Okay, you have about 30 more seconds to finish up the sentence that you're on. Okay, welcome back. I hope that was helpful for you. We are now going to tune back into the present. We have an option here. Before we finish up for the day, I wanted to read us a meditation just so that we can like come back to our bodies. But before we tune to the present to write our last journal entry, I want to know if you guys would want a meditation for that as well, or if you feel ready to just slip straight into this moment right now. Can those of you who have your cameras turned on, will you just give me a thumbs up if you want that, or if you don't want it, don't do it. Okay, see 1, 2. Now let me see 2. You want it? Okay, so I see a couple. I do feel as though I'm going to honor those who did give thumbs up, because that means that they are needing to feel some sensation in their body to tune back in, because they were accessing a world that might have felt like it could take over this next exercise. So I am going to honor that. If you don't feel like participating, you can just mute the camera. You can do whatever feels most comfortable for you, but I do want to honor those who expressed that. So coming back into the present, this is our last exercise, the home stretch. I'm going to read you the prompt after I invite you to just feel this moment right now. This is vision number 6, called the bridge. Close your eyes, tune in. Let your eyes close and bring your attention to your breath. Let the air flowing in and out of your body tether you to this moment that you are in. For a few moments, let there be nothing more than gently observing the flow of air in and out. Open the door of your chest. Turn your attention inward and see if you can detect that spark inside of you. Find the energy of your own aliveness, your own agency, that fire, that light that is burning bright inside, right at your core. For a little while, give all of your attention to the energy of your own aliveness humming inside of you. This is your voice. This is your power. This is your present. Now turn your attention outward and see if you can sense the humming energy of the world, of the universe, of all that is. And if you feel comfortable, I invite you to open your eyes and meditate with them open. Connect to your space. Feel your surroundings. For a short while, give all of your attention over to admiring the great alive energy of the world that is contained inside the room that you're in right now. When you are ready, begin to use your breath as a bridge between your energy of aliveness and the world that you see. Connect the two. You are here. With every breath, let yourself, the thin protective shell, the boundary that you maintain that separates you from the world, let this dissolve. As you continue to experience your breath as a bridge, flowing air, energy within and without, see if you can feel the truth that is both energies that are one. Feel yourself as completely interconnected with all that is around you. Breathe yourself into the experience of what you see, of what you feel. Nothing separates you from what you see and who you see, including you. So with this feeling of deep connectedness to both yourself and all that you see, I want you to open your journal and write down a list of 5 to 10 objects that you see around you. And when I say objects, I mean you could go as much to say a lamp, you could go as much to say a plant, you could go to a color. And if you see an object and you think of a sensation, a more abstract moment, you can also use that. You could use a feeling. But I just want you to create some sort of a list. And there really are no limitations. If you feel more than 5 to 10, then please do that. If you feel less than 5 to 10, go with what intuitively feels right. But I really want you to connect to your surroundings. And once you create that list, we're going to use those objects, those feelings, those sensations, those abstract observations to write a poem. So let's say my 5 objects are lamp, plant, tulips, macrame bag, fan. I'm going to write those on the left column of my page, and then I'm going to start journaling. And once I start journaling and allowing myself to flow, I'm going to check in with this list. And I'm going to use the objects and the sensations and the colors to let me flow gently into a rhythm. If you feel like you can use all the objects, please do. But again, there are no rules. This is just a gentle guideline. So I'm going to give you another 10 minutes. You can use this 10 minutes however you like. If you already have your list, then you can jump right into it. If you don't, use about 2 minutes to journal your list, and then the 8 minutes. You can actually do it however you like. And I'm going to start it right now, okay? Enjoy. All right, take 30 more seconds to finish up the line that you're on. Okay, you made it. 3 exercises. So exciting. I do have a return to the now meditation, but if you feel fully grounded in the present based off of that exercise, we don't have to do it. We have time also to share. I have a poem up that I could share with you that is based off of the past prompt. So we have a lot of options here. If you'd like to reconnect to the present right now, even though you did just do a present exercise, those of you who have your camera, you can give me a thumbs up. But if you feel like you're ready to share, then I think we should do that. All right, so I don't see any thumbs up, so it means that we're here, which is beautiful. So I would say for those who want to share, you can pick out of the 3 exercises. Oh, we actually did 4 since we did 1. We'd love to hear some sharing. Oh, this is beautiful. So I think that we should share. Daniel, if you're here, I think that means we have to unmute everyone.